Rust is cancer. It will metastasize and spread. It is pernicious, and it is enemy number one when you have a classic car. How y'all doing? I'm Big Al, and welcome back to the garage. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. Today, we are back with my 1965 Chevy Corvair. Because now, she's hibernating for winter. It's time to get to work and do some actual major projects on her. I'm sure you've noticed by now that this summer we haven't really done a whole lot with this car. Well, that's because it took me almost 2 years to trace down the fuel starvation issue and get it fixed. So, obviously I've been out driving it and just enjoying it too much and don't really want to take it off the road anytime soon to do anything major. But it's winter. I don't really drive it in winter. So, today we are going to start on something that I've been dragging my feet on for quite some time. This car has rust spots on the heels of the fenders where they always go. I know you can't see it right now because the camera's not pointing down there, but you'll get a view in a minute. Problem is, water gets into these vents here, and it drains down into the bottom of the fenders. That's why even here in the south, where they don't use a whole lot of road salt, they always go. So, the right way, read expensive and difficult way, would be to just cut the heel off the fender and weld on a patch panel. So naturally, that's not what I'm going to do. A, I don't have a welder. B, I don't know how to use a welder. And C, the gas tank's right behind there, so I am not putting a welder anywhere near it. We've got 12 gallons of high-octane go-fast juice in there. That could potentially make me go boom. Don't want to do that. So we are going to be using some short strand fiberglass, little glazing putty, hit it with some Rust-Oleum primer, and to paint it, we are going to be using this Rust-Oleum Farm and Implement paint. With that said, let's get to it. Alright, so as you can see, here is the rust damage I'm talking about. It's bubbled up quite a bit through here. We have one hole about the size of a pencil eraser here. Elsewhere, it hasn't pierced through yet. But that's just what we see. It's what we don't see under here that could be the problem. Oh, we got it bubbling here too. Dadgum. Alright. So, I'm going to start sanding on it with this 80 grit. I try to use the least aggressive stuff possible. If I need to go to 60, that's what I'll do. But I really don't want to because this is going to gouge the daylights out of the paint. My collar down here, so it's not the 80s anymore. Alright. Just do a little bit. I mean, this is all going to have to get from this Monza emblem down. It's probably all going to get repainted. Oh, that's painful. This will probably just get the glazing putty. And it's going to need to be built up with the fiberglass anyway. Ooh. Yeah, maybe we should go side to side instead. Don't. Right. Well, I will bring you back through the magic of editing. So I've been sanding on this for a while now, and I'm down to bare metal here. Yeah, I know this is painful to watch probably. It's painful for me to do it, but rust is cancer. You've got to get it all or it's just going to come back. Rust is cancer. It will metastasize and spread. It is pernicious. And it is enemy number one when you have a classic car. So, let me see if I can't bring you around a little bit better here. This was a lot worse. This is the worst part, right here, where it's all the way through the metal. This little ding is coming along. I might be able to just fill that with the putty. This is going to need the fiberglass. This is quite bad too, and there's spots here on the door that I'm also noticing. So, and this spot that's bubbling up, that's got to go too. We can't just do this and leave this behind and have to come back later. Let's just get it all now. Get her done. So far, the 80 grit seems to be working pretty well. So where it's deep down like this, it's proving a challenge, but I'll get there. Body work takes time and patience. Either of which I have a lot of, but we're going to do this. We are going to do it as close to right as possible, save for cutting out all this metal. And the car will look better for it, ultimately. Well, I'm going to get back to it, and I'll bring you back when I have an update. Okay, so our rust situation might be a little bit more severe. Okay. The thing about rust, it's what you don't see. That's really... Like, stick a screwdriver in there is not good. Wow. There is a lot more rot here than I thought. Get all the bad stuff out. Just fill that up. I get it. You're probably gasping horror right now, but holy mother. That is going to need some rust reformer, big time. Like that's going to do anything. Thing is, I can get at this through the kick panel vent. Alright. That's got that. Now, put the fresh sandpaper back on our block. Hit it back again with the 80 grit and just get this all nice and smoothed out. Because now I've got all jagged edges and yeah, all that rust has got to go. The other side is probably going to be bad too. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not going to say I wasn't warned about this. And we're going to have a lot of polishing with finer grits to do after this, boy. Oh, man. Could just be like Homer Simpson, just say these are speed holes and make the car go faster. No. Homer Simpson's not exactly a standard to aspire to. Okay. And I don't want to hit the door. That's going to have to be done too, of course. This is bad down here. Let's see. Yeah, this is bad too. Nikes. Okay, so. You out. I should put something here to keep me from accidentally hitting the door. Ah, that's gotta go. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Oh dear. This is like peeling a rotten onion. Okay, that feels good. It's probably a good sign that I can't punch through it with a screwdriver. Very good sign. Just gotta sand that smooth. Glaze over it. That'll keep it for a few years anyway. Oh, my chrome. I'm gonna ruin my chrome. Don't want to do that. Why am I not putting masking tape on it? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. I guess that's what you're wondering at home. Alright. We've got this as good as we're gonna get. There is, I mean, whoo boy. This fender heel looks like Swiss cheese. So, we're gonna fix that now. And body work is a lot of steps and a lot of patience, and there's the trick to opening these things. I got a tack cloth here. I'm gonna go over it with a tack cloth. I'll wipe it with a little carb cleaner to get any oils and residue off of here. Go over this with a tack cloth all the way. Get as much of this dust and crud and junk as we can off of here. Okay. That looks better. And this is all going to have to be sanded and scuffed. So I'm just going to go right across with the paint. Alright, let's get a little carb cleaner. I'm going to clean this with carb cleaner. Like I said, get any residue and stuff off of here. This says to use a low VOC. I don't have that luxury. Yeah. Now, they say 3 inches to 3 inches with this stuff. So like a 3-inch puddle of the of our glass, use a 3-inch band of the hardener. Alright, so the only Bondo spreader I could find is mousse. This is going to be like, you know, using a cruise missile to light a cigarette, but it should do the job. We can always we'll make it work. Let's get a better angle on all this fun and festivities for you. That's better. You can see this. Let's get this open. Really should get this out of here. Yes, I really am that lazy sometimes. Now let's pop this short strand fiberglass. Never used this before. Not even once. Definitely is going to need a good stirring. Seen Dalton on Pole Barn Garage do this a whole bunch of times. How hard can it be? I mean, wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to get cancer from this. This is probably full of cancer. Yeah, you can definitely see it's fiberglass, though. Holy mother. Let's stir it up good. And then we got to put a glazing on over this. And sand everything smooth and prime, guide coat. And if that stays like that, I'll never get that can open again. You know what? I should wear gloves. I do not want this on my hands. One moment. I remember fiberglass is actually a component of old school joke shop itching powder. Now, give it a nice This little mixing bowl here. Not too much. Probably should do that right on the spreader smoother thing. Alright. Looks like about 2 inches to me. Let's use the other end of the paint stick for... Oh, you can't see. Let's fix that. Go. A little dab will do you, I hope. This is actually very, very nasty stuff. And this should be dark green once it's all mixed. You've got some working time with it anyway. Yeah, that looks about dark green. Yummy! We must get the fiberglass to be perfect. Well, let's just put a nice dollop. Okay, so now we're just kind of smoothing things over a little bit. This is good. This is really good. All this needs to just be sanded smooth, and then we just need to go over it with progressively lighter sandpaper. And then prime, lay down a guide coat, sand some more. Black is unfortunately a very, very, very unforgiving color. I may hit this with some rust reformer also. That just seems very, very prudent to me. Ounce of prevention, you know what I'm saying. Let's get this nice and roughly smoothed out. Again, some of this got on paint that was ceramic, so it's not going to adhere. And it doesn't need to be on here. See? Sand that stuff right off. Almost like I know what I'm doing. I absolutely am butchering this thing. That just needs to come off. That's the hole that we patched. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. God, I am getting a sore throat from being in here. This is not good. Like I said, though, I am an idiot. Do what I do at your own risk. There's a lot of excess fiberglass on this part. It really should just come off. Sand it off very carefully around here. All right. Good, good, good. Very good. Very, very, very good. We've got some dimples and stuff, but the holes themselves are filled. That is magnificent. That cloth back in here. The dust. This, again, is just going to come off if I scrape at it with my fingernail. Some of it is anyway. That is going to leave a low spot, though. So it's just got to come off. Of course, it's down way... There's a groove here. Okay. We didn't get all the rust. Crap. So this needs to just come out of here. Because it's annoying me. Nice and smooth. This really should be primed over. we're hit with some rust reformer. I don't want this rusting again. It is South Carolina, and even though it's wintertime, it's still humid down here. Oh boy. What a production this is. This is why body guys get the money they get. This is hard work. Man. Difference, though, is astounding. Okay. Any more of my housework that wifey is sure to get pissy. Probably what you're supposed to do, but... Oh, there was a cut on my finger. Yeah, well, the carb cleaner sure pointed that out. Whoo! Alright. That's looking a lot better already. I mean, yeah, you can see the outline of the hole, but we can hit that. We have a number of arrows in our quiver for that. Yeah, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. I'm going to need to get more Bondo spreaders. This one is toasted. That is... Wow, this is nasty stuff. Definitely respirator, guys, when you're doing this. Don't be like me. Don't get cancer. And this inside of the fender well here looks like... It looked like crap beforehand. Okay. Great. Very happy with this. Anyway, definitely at a stopping point now, because I'm going to have to go get the kids from school and take care of some other stuff around here. One last thing before I go. I hit this bare metal with this. Whoops. Shit. Alright. You live in a humid climate, you don't want bare metal.